Okay, and we're back with Braedyn's matches from Week 1 of ICPA, and it's gonna be Kangaskhan, Cresselia, Aegislash, Groudon versus Mewtwo, Altaria, Liepard, and Greninja. So it looks like Braedyn is using a pretty standard Trick Room team. Gonna try and set up that Groudon and Aegislash with the Cresselia, and his opponent is definitely not using a standard team. In fact, Altaria and Mewtwo are very, very rarely seen in VGC. And I guess Greninja too. Except Greninja can use Gunk Shot and KO Xerneas, except that's the only thing it's good for. Anyways, let's just see how it goes. So it's going to be a Kangaskhan Cresselia lead for Braedyn, and his opponent responds with Greninja and Liepard. So right away, Liepard has a faster fake out than Kangaskhan. If it decides to do that, let's see if it does. It could go for the fake out onto a Cresselia slot though. And it does, so that's okay. So Kangaskhan should fake out the Greninja then. Although a better play might have been just to double edge something, because now Liepard has a chance to go for an Encore. And it does go for the Encore onto a Kangaskhan, so not going to be able to do anything this turn, and Greninja responds with a Blizzard. Huh. It's a little bit questionable. But I mean, Braedyn will take it. He'll just go straight for a Trick Room. Swaps out Cresselia. Fearing the Encore, maybe? So brings out the Groudon. It's gonna have a ton of offensive pressure under Trick Room. And we should see a Kangaskhan switch as well. Yep. Bringing out that Aegislash, so the two slowest users onto the field. Encore does not work. Low kick onto the Aegislash slot. Definitely a misplay because he knows that it was going to switch out. So bringing out Altaria does have Cloud 9, which negates weather. But it's going to be a Gyro Ball onto the Liepard. Doesn't pick up the KO, but does a good 80-90%. Citrus Berry activates. Very odd, so it's most likely defensive Liepard. Still going to get KO'd by the Precipice Blades. Usually you see Focus Sash onto Liepard. So this is really bad for Greninja, or for, not for Greninja, but yeah for Greninja, but for Braedyn's opponent. But looking really good for Cole. Or not Cole, from last game, looking really good for Braedyn. Fire Punch does pick up the KO onto Greninja, and this is just GG. Braedyn's opponent has no way to deal with Trick Room. And it's just gonna get clean swept by this Groudon Aegislash. It's gonna be a Gyro Ball or Shadow Sneak. I think Gyro Ball might have done more damage. Or maybe not, that's a lot of damage. Anyways, Mewtwo, the last opposing threat, is now off the field. Altaria responds with Draco Meteor. At this point, usually you don't want to reveal any of your moves, especially if you know if you've lost. You just kind of want to just forfeit and not show your opponent what sets you have, and there is a forfeit. Okay, so pretty quick game 1. Let's move on to game 2.